5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
All right, I apologize. I can hear now. It just drives me nuts when the headset's got the plug unpulled or something.
I know.
I do that to myself. I stretch, and then the wire pulls out, and then I gotta fix it. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Galen is doing a broadcast on Sunday for us. He's going to be over at the Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500. Good morning, Galen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. One of our winners came in yesterday. He was the one who won. He was one of the two people who won the 2 tickets for the night before. And oh my gosh, there's the winners. We couldn't have had better winners this time. Everybody's so appreciative of the fact that we were giving them away,
and they're all going to use them themselves. It's so cool.
So complimentary. He knows you. He knows you through the radio. He listens to you. And he was asking where you were going to be, and I said, what do you call it, infield or whatever it's called? So where are you going to be? So anyway, he's going to look for you. I don't know if he'll find you. Can you just walk out there? Are you allowed to just walk out there?
No. You have to buy, again, everything in sports is about money. So you have to pay another $120 to get in what they call the Fan Fest. I think that's what they call it, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So that you can go in and go into the infield. So, back in the day it was free, but no, they had to make a $1.
I'm just surprised, though, that because you're a broadcaster and you be covering the event, that everybody that's the broadcaster in the infield can't have a seat, on the regular seats on the track.
Yeah, well, I don't really want one.
Oh.
That's the other thing, because so, for example, if it rains or, there's a huge delay in the race or I just want to leave early, I can because I'm parked on the infield.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that's you give and take. And, if I want to sit down, I can go inside the press room and hang out there.
Okay.
It's not like I have to stand for 6 hours.
Oh, all right. Okay. I misunderstood yesterday.
All right. So I have a topic here I think is kind of fun. You've been to the race how many times?
I don't know. I've been to Daytona. I've been at a race at the Speedway at least 20 times.
All right, that's my real question right there. Because you probably have an answer to this question. What funny or outrageous thing have you ever witnessed at a NASCAR event? And oh my gosh, there was so many people who posted things that I wanted to share some of them with you. But first, just for the sake of putting this into perspective, I went online. There's 168,000 spectators at the Daytona 500. 168,000. Okay.
Yeah.
That means that there are more people there than there are in Fort Lauderdale at that time. If Daytona is a bigger city than Fort Lauderdale at the Daytona 500.
Sure.
Daytona is a bigger city than Gainesville. Daytona is a bigger city than Coral Springs or Miami Garden City. Or West Palm Beach City, or Lakeland, or Ocala, of course. Can you believe it? It's just unbelievable. One section of the seating area at the Daytona at International Speedway holds enough seats for more than every single person in the city of Ocala.
Wow! Isn't that something? Wow!
Is that hard to believe, Galen?
It is.
No, because, again, you have a 2.5-mile stadium. If you've seen it, then you're like, oh, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger than you can never see it on TV.
I've never seen it from the inside, though. I've only seen it from the outside. Did you see that tram?
Right, and so when you're driving by, this is a great example. So when you're driving by the Speedway, you're seeing just basically the finish line. So you're seeing...
Oh, really? God.
They're coming down the home stretch. You're seeing a very, very small section of the track.
That is amazing. It's really an amazing event. Is that the largest spectator event we have in this country, maybe even in the world?
No, I don't know. No. There are bigger, like Talladega, I think, even sits more.
29 acres.
Up there. Yeah, it's huge. But Talladega, I've been to Talladega, and it feels bigger. But I don't know which is the largest spectator event in person. I don't know that one. I mean, it's a good question.
The lake,
Indianapolis 500 is huge. I think that's bigger. Yeah. So yeah.
The lake there is 29 acres. Lake Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a big rectangle? I'm looking at it
In
from
Daytona?
the sky view.
In Daytona, it's 29 acres, the lake?
That's what it says.
Wow.
29 acre Lake Lloyd. It's used for powerboat events. Why are you laughing?
You know what? I haven't seen I didn't know they had power. I haven't seen a powerboat event at Daytona.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't done that. That's why I laughed.
Anyway, it's really amazing the size of the thing. You know, it's big.
Yeah, I think Indianapolis may be the largest event. I mean, it's like 400,000 people or something like that.
If you land at Daytona International Airport, then you will see it because you're right next door to it.
Gosh.
Embry-Riddle is just maybe a mile away. I guess.
Yeah.
My.
Stone's throw away.
All right, so have you seen any outrageous things or funny things at a NASCAR event?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some crazy crashes. I've seen cars. You know, they've made so many changes, but I remember, and again, the years are going to fly by. But I remember when car coming off of into the home stretch, coming off the turn 4. Just basically flipped all along the front stretch, and tires went into the crowd. And I was inside the infield, and I thought, there's no way somebody didn't die because of the way the fencing all caved in, and people were scattering. And I thought, there's no way somebody didn't die. I mean, I've seen cars catch on fire. I was there when Dale Earnhardt died, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just a normal wreck. And that was pretty amazing.
Wow.
And I remember I left, and I left, right after I was working for Channel 17 in Jacksonville, and we got the winter circle, got that, and then we had to go. And I remember we got back to the newsroom, and they announced he died, and we turned around and went right back.
Wow.
That was pretty crazy. So that's the weirdest, and it was a funeral for that day, and that was a bad day. I mean, I've seen motorcycle my favorite is the Daytona 200, where they race motorcycles, and just watching a motorcycle go 150 miles an hour, and they were so slow on the track.
Oh,
wow.
And they're
man.
laying it, and they got the knee down, or in their high bank, going 100 and, something 150, 160 miles an hour into that high bank, and you're like, no way. That to me takes a lot more courage than driving a car around. So
Right.
That's for
It's
sure.
just amazing to me. So on the list, this is from Reddit, the website Reddit, and people were answering the question of what outrageous or funny things have you witnessed at a NASCAR event. One guy writes, there were obviously two friends sitting 30 rows from one another, and they were sharing one of those big turkey legs. One guy would take a bite and then throw it up,
Oh,
and the other guy would take a bite and throw it back down, and they kept passing it back and forth that way.
oh,
that
that's
is
just
great.
The guy on the bottom had the harder job. He had to throw it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's good stuff right there. That to me is funny. I like that.
That's good stuff. I would like to see that myself.
I'm surprised somebody didn't do an interception.
Heck no, man.
Oh
You
my
don't want to
gosh.
take another man's turkey leg. You don't want to be that person.
Here's one that says, I was 9 years old. My dad took me to the Daytona 500, and a 60-year-old woman flashed me.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, you're going to have that. You can. That's on the table.
Yeah.
And again, here's the honest truth. If there's a rain delay, and I will tell you this: the summer race is a little more crazy than the 500. The 400 is a little more wacky. But if there's a rain delay, if it's super, super hot, you see some things that you're not going to see anywhere else. Again, you have 160 65,000 people hanging around. I mean, you're going to see all the whole spectrum of people.
Wow.
You'll see somebody sitting next to each other in the stand. You'll see somebody some woman who's wearing, a pair of $300 jeans. And the person next to them is wearing a tank top and basically a Speedo with the ugliest hat on the planet. And both are acting like complete idiots. It's fun.
This guy said he was parked at Talladega in a camper. The camper next to him, the couple was banging on the top of the camper. Bang on the top of the camper.
That's awesome.
It happened.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that's great. It should. I mean, nobody's going to pay attention to you as they're watching the cars.
No, you're in a circle. You go 360 degrees at all times. Yeah.
All right, here's a guy. A 300-pound man was wearing Daisy Dukes held up by rainbow suspenders.
Oh.
His T-shirt said "his bitch," and we all figured he must have lost a bet.
Good. And again, now one other thing that I think is important to note is that these races are a week-long event. So today there's the duels at Daytona, and so qualifying was last week. So people have been down there right now for 5 days already. Mm-hmm. Right, camper inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Field.
Well, there was a news story yesterday about the tram going through the tunnel for the Daytona experience or something like that, and I guess it hit the side of the tunnel and tipped over. Did you see that?
Oh.
No, nothing serious, but there was a family saying,
I've been on that tram a lot of times.
Yeah, the guy he shows a Band-Aid on his wrist. He says, "No, we'll still be here Sunday. We're not going to go anywhere."
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. They are there already. Let me see another one. Let's see. At last year's race, two chicks started fighting over who was going to get to go to bed with Jeff Gordon.
Oh.
What? They were fighting. They were right next to the fence, and my family took a video of it, and the video became viral.
Yeah, nobody asked Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff Gordon was just a compliant third party.
Why, is he a good-looking guy? Okay. Is he a good-looking guy?
Yeah, he's retired now, but
Oh, really?
I guess so. Dudes, go. I'll let you Google him. You're a better taste in men than I do.
All right. Whatever that means.
That's just a joke.
Let's see. There's a lot of stories here about people giving cigarettes to children.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. Let's see. I was 8 years old and I had to pee-pee. My dad's friend, a silly happy guy, told me to just go pee-pee anywhere. I was young and nervous, and he was drunk, and he said, "Well, I always go wherever I want. I don't care." And so he started going on the side of a building.
Oh.
And he realized it was the Chuck E. Cheese building, and he looked up and he saw Chuck E. Cheese in a costume, shaking his head in disappointment.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff.
That's probably the inspiration for that scene in Adam Sandler's movie when he was taking care of that little boy.
Oh yeah.
And they were doing it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing funnier than real life.
Here's another Daisy Dukes story.
Okay.
Nothing outrageous, but at the Spring Dega race, there were a lot of fat, shirtless men wearing Daisy Dukes and bikini tops. What?
Okay.
Whatever.
Just like the guys being Wonder Woman at Comic-Con. Same thing.
I went to the Brickyard 400. A drunk person with dwarfism was spilling his beer on my dad over and over again. He was a nice guy, and he kept apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Yeah. There you go.
So sorry. So sorry. All right, let me go to the phone, then we'll do our commercials and find out how the blood supply is. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. See, Galen, when you get an insight for your vehicle that going to the infield, your equipment and that, do you pay for like a 1 day stand, or do you have to buy a ticket for every day, or a 5 day pass, or a 4 day pass?
If you're gonna you're on the camper, if you have a camper, is that what you mean, or me personally?
RV or camper, whatever. If you plan on like staying for the whole week, do you pay for one price for the whole week, or you got to pay individually every day?
No, there's one for the whole week.
Yeah. See, when they built the Daytona 500, of course, it cost a lot of money. Was the France family, were they the big money behind that racetrack?
I think so. They owned it at the beginning. I don't know who owns it now. I know it's some kind of conglomerate, but yeah, I don't know who owns it now.
Were they the money behind the building of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the questions. And as far as Galen personally, I think he's got a free ride today. Tomorrow, Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Press.
Yeah. So if you want to be able to do what Galen is doing for free, hone up on your play-by-play skills, and then hook up with a radio station.
That's right.
It
Apply
is
for a
one
job.
of the perks of radio is some of the free stuff you get.
Yeah, but I do radio, and I wouldn't qualify because
Not a lot of stuff.
play-by-play is an important skill when it comes to that kind of a gig.
It is.
Hey, I'm doing a radio remote. You don't need any real skill.
That's what he says. All right.
stand
So
up
that
there and
anybody
talk.
and everybody, it's up for grabs.
That's
If
right.
you and this is what I tell everybody. If anybody who wants to be in radio, you have to talk about what you're interested in, and then hope and pray that somebody else is interested in it enough to listen. So, but you can't talk about something that you don't care about, or it just won't come over.
Oh, wow. Let me see if I would change that any. I would say find out why somebody else is interested in something. When we have guests who are talking about something I'm not interested in at all, what I'm interested in is why it's interesting to them. So I'm taking what you're saying and making it true, but at the same time, it's not true. We have talked for a half hour every week for 40 weeks to a guy who sold shoes in the villages.
Yes.
I couldn't
Exactly.
care less
Yeah.
about shoes.
Yeah.
But I was so...
I know. I couldn't do that. But I mean, that's why when I hear it, I was like, wow, I just don't care.
No, you don't care. But our job is to find out why they care.
Exactly.
You know?
And to find the interest in it. You guys do an amazing job of that.
Why is this interesting to you? Like, I don't even understand the whole bathroom thing. Why is that interesting to you? You know, why do you care who's peeing in what room? I don't know.
But we find out.
What difference does it make? All right, are you ready for a break? How's the blood supply right now?
Again, we're kind of okay. We're still in emergency need of type O. Just can't get ahead of it. But so just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Palm Garden of Ocala, thank you for making that announcement possible every day. Palm Garden of Ocala is a health and rehabilitation center. Remember that word rehabilitation. A lot of people don't realize that when you go to the hospital, you don't necessarily rehabilitate the best at home. Sometimes, even though you don't need the hospital anymore, you need something in between. And that's why there are rehabilitation centers. And Palm Garden happens to be a skilled nursing rehabilitation center. So consider that for yourself or a loved one before you, you get some knee surgery or anything really, heart surgery, something as serious as that. You know, you don't want to go straight home. Even though the doctor says you can go home, you might want to have an in-between place where there's a nurse on board all the time. Palm Garden of Ocala is at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Give them a visit, take a tour. You'll see why we love it. And Patent Flooring, also go over there and check out their showroom. They've got samples for you to look at, and you can imagine what it would look like in your home or office. We use them here at WOCA, and it's absolutely the best. 1201 Southwest 17th Street is Penn Flooring's address, and they are right over the McKay-Williams Bridge, just a few blocks from Pine Avenue on Southwest 17th Street. We'll be right back with Galen after the break.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Considerable cloudiness on this Thursday with a shower or two and even a thunderstorm. It'll become breezy in the afternoon with a high of 74 to 78. Partly cloudy Thursday night, low 58 inland, 64 along the coast. Times of clouds and sunshine Friday, high 78 to 82. Saturday, partly sunny, high 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
If you or a loved one is suffering with knee, shoulder, neck or back pain, plantar fasciitis, peripheral neuropathy, and even tennis elbow, and would like to learn about how there are treatments that may benefit you, go to drjuanyordan.com, then listen in on the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. and hear from health professionals doing these treatments and patients who have benefited from them. First and third Thursdays, 10 a.m. Next Generation MD, right here on The Source.
On top of the world, Ocala's premier active adult community has done it again, and this time it's bigger and better than ever before. 10 new, never-before-seen decorated models will make their debut on Saturday, February 25th at 10 a.m. 5 exciting new plans from our maintenance-free Premier Series, and 5 big new designs from our Estate Series in one convenient model center. Mark your calendars for the can't-miss model grand opening event. On Top of the World has all the lifestyle amenities you want right here. Enjoy over 300,000 square feet of air-conditioned recreational fun, plus over 181 acres of outdoor amenities. Join us on Saturday, February 25th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and tour our 10 new decorated models. On Top of the World is located on State Road 200 west of I-75 in Ocala, or visit online at ontopoftheworld.com. That's ontopoftheworld.com.
Equal housing opportunity.
All right, got about a minute left. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Oh, hey, sorry, I got cut off. Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually down in the Villages. So we're at a Lowe's down there. So pretty excited. To be there.
So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I haven't heard yet that I'm going to be in here when you're doing that, and if not, then I'll definitely be listening on the radio. I think I'm going to be living vicariously through you. With 20 seconds left, how is the shopping? Do you do a lot of souvenir shopping when you're there?
No. I mean, when the first time I brought my son, each of them they did, but I've been there so many times. So
I would love to. I wish I had thought of this question earlier. I wonder what you've bought that is kind of really frivolous. We had the guy on. Remember the
sunglasses. Sunglasses with a flag.
Okay.
Because mine and I was going to die, so I spent like $30 on these cheap pair of sunglasses.
Oh no!
They had like a checkered flag.
All right.
But there's no way. Don't forget your sunglasses if you're going.
Thank you, Galen. Have a good day.
All right, bye all.
I'm Lillian Wu. Protests outside the White House last night after Obama-era protections for transgender students were overturned.
According to Attorney General Jeff Sessions, the guidelines did not have enough legal analysis to fit the language of the law. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer immediately firing back, saying, quote, equal rights and equal protection under the law are not issues that should be left up to the states.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. Supporters of the change says it corrects legal overreach by the Obama administration. 2 top Trump administration officials, the Secretary of State and Homeland Security Chief, may be trying to do some fence mending in Mexico during a visit there. And in Germany, a British man nabbed over a major cyber attack.
Prosecutors alleging this wasn't just stopping people from browsing YouTube. They say it also threatened critical communication infrastructures.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen, Fox News. We report, you decide.
First opened about 10 years ago. We were small, just a few of us, but it was exciting. I always dreamt of having my own business. It was kind of slow at first, but things started picking up. We had big plans, but in our wildest dreams, we never thought we'd have this much work. Yeah, with so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier.
What will become of your business after a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now, before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen Silver Springs. It's a new year full of good stuff and good food, so come on down to DQ at Silver Springs and start it off right, because we've got things for your heart's delight. Chicken strips and pepper gravy and slaw or chili dogs, oh so savory. Codfish and grilled burgers too, made to order just for you. Creamy and frosty, blizzards and shakes, and all kinds of flavors for goodness sakes. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Come to the 4th Annual Habitat Strawberry Festival on March 4th, 2017 at the McPherson